What is going on, guys? So we got a package that came in. Fragrance from Barrett Fragrances. Check this out, see what we got. Open this up, and you were met with a cap embossed with the Barrett Fragrance name right at the top. Super solid presentation on this. Gorgeous metal plate on the front, nice and reflective. Olfactory Zone is the name of this fragrance. This is their variation of Aqua Di Gio Profumo. Gorgeous presentation. Got like the sort of ribbed spike sort of design around the neck of the cap, the atomizer. Great amount of juice that comes out of there. Excellent. Trying some of this on. What I get initially from the first blast is like this really soft, slightly, I don't want to say funky, but really soft, subtle sweetness. Is watery. There is like a floral tinge that I'm catching. It's really, really faint. There's a slight bit of a powderiness that's happening in there as well. There's some woodiness that I catch, like a slight resinous vibe. There's like this really faint and dark aquatic undertone that rests in this fragrance. It's something in it that has that sort of characteristic, has that sort of DNA of like an aquatic, but it's like really, really dark. It's really brooding and sort of gives you like a depiction of like the ocean, but like in the dead of night. There's a little bit of an earthiness in here, a slight tinge of smoke. There is some additives that I'm catching that can come off there's something in here that's giving it like a really dark fougere sort of a vibe. My guesses, I remember submitting my guesses before, but I forgot what I ended up saying. But I wanted to say that there was possibly a bergamot, a nice and sweet sort of amber. I was going to say there's maybe a lily or water lily. Floral tinge that I was catching, I wanted to blame it on a gardenia. I don't think it's enough of that in here for me to go ahead and make that claim. I'd say maybe a benzoin. I mentioned amber already, and benzoin kind of reminds me of amber in some ways, like sort of like this resinous, slightly warm, slight spiced sort of a vibe. I'm getting either a combination of those or possibly a tonka bean hiding somewhere. There's like a nice, bright, resinous vibe that's hanging around. It's a really nice scent, and the sweetness that you catch in here is what kind of anchors everything, kind of keeps everything together. It's a really soft and watery sweetness that I'm catching. It's not loud at all. It's really smooth and watery, misty is like the best way I can describe it. That's what aids to that sort of aquatic vibe that I'm catching as well. Get a nice amount of musk lingering around in here. And that's really all that I can catch. So taking a look at the notes, you're gonna get bergamot, you're gonna get sea notes. So there is like this aquatic vibe that I'm catching. You're gonna get geranium, rosemary, which I wasn't catching those. And I still haven't found out how to identify geranium just yet. And you're gonna get patchouli, sensual, incense. So I was catching something kind of earthy, but I couldn't place exactly what I was catching. I didn't want to say patchouli because it didn't seem dirty enough. Doesn't seem like a dirty earthiness. It's very much so like an aquatic but dark. And so that patchouli probably helps bring in some of that depth as well. The spicy rosemary, I was catching a little bit of like a spice in there as well. Very nice scent. One thing I like about this is the sort of addicting quality that it has. It's something that you can put a decent amount of this on and you're not gonna necessarily be offensive. I feel like this fragrance is just gonna have like a really nice and soft scent bubble. Has just a little bit more of a muscle to it with some of that, with some of those earthy tones and that depth that it has. I feel like it'll have a little bit more muscle to it, but I feel like this is something that you can put a decent amount of sprays on and you're not really going to be too heavy. I feel like it's just going to create a nice, really nice, solid scent bubble around you. I feel like this has the ability to do some good traveling and have a nice amount of sillage. I feel like this will come off the skin and project pretty well, but still having that ability to be a bit softer. It's weird, it's soft, it's powdery, got some sweetness, and there's something almost milky that comes in, like that resinous vibe, that sweetness, that sort of spiced vibe. It almost gives you like this this sort of milkiness to it, or just slightly, not a whole lot. It's really nice. It's a really nice scent. It's not doing too much. It's very simplistic in the way that it comes off. I think this will be perfect. I think this would be perfect for the office, for running errands, for a date night. I think this could be a multifaceted fragrance, and you can pull it out for various occasions. Once again, man, Barrett Fragrance, they've been making some really good stuff and just knocking it out of the park with their fragrances. Extrait de parfum concentration means you're going to get a nice amount of performance out of these fragrances. I'll drop the link in the description where you guys can check out this particular fragrance for yourself. Check out his website, see if there's anything on his website that may catch your attention, see if anything that suits your fancy. And as always, guys, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and hit that notification bell, and stay up to date whenever we upload content. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.